big 5 things you can say to a victim of domestic violence. The first, and I think one of the most important things, is to say, this is not your fault. Because victims will not hear that from their batterer. The victim will be told repeatedly that what is happening is because of something that they're doing. Another big one is to tell the victim, sort of bluntly, this is going to get worse. And you can look at the statistics of domestic violence and the way it's studied at the national level to support that. To let the victim know that this is going to get worse. To let the victim know that you're afraid for their safety. If that's not going to get through, maybe say, I'm afraid for the safety of your children. Especially as adult or as male children grow, if the male child is not the biologic child of the batterer, we find that that male child will be at even higher risk for being victimized by that batterer, because he represents, obviously, somebody who's going to try to stand between the batterer and the victim. And as the male child grows older and bigger and stronger, he will become a target. And so we do talk to victims about being concerned for the safety of their children. And I think the final one that's really helpful to say to a victim is, I will be here for you when you're ready to leave. Now, that doesn't mean that you open your house and say, come on in. I mean, I'm a police officer. I deal with victims every day. I can't open like a bed and breakfast in my basement and be like, come on in. It's just, I don't have those kind of resources. But to let them know that when they reach out for you, your agency, I can see you're dressed at, is this nursing? So a lot of agencies, a lot of different, if you work in a hospital setting, if you work in victim services, if you work in law enforcement, if you work in probation, wherever you work, or if it's somebody that's sitting across the Thanksgiving table from you, to let that person know that I will be here for you when you're ready to leave. And it might not be today. And they might leave and go back and leave and go back. It takes the average victim 7 to 11 times to escape a batterer. Now think about that. Maybe the first time that a victim does escape, they get information about child care services in the county, and then they go back. Maybe they go out again and they find out about what the process is for job training, and then they go back. Or maybe they find out about what assisted housing is available in the county, and then they go back. And so there are a number of tools that the victims are gathering each time they're able to get away safely, and then if they go back, it's because sometimes the pressure from the batterer is just becoming too extreme. But yeah, those are 5 things that I always say to victims, that, and to make the phone call with them. A Woman's Place, I have their hotline number, or I know somebody from a Woman's Place, or I have the name of somebody there that we can call right now and make an appointment to go over. I'll go with you. Just to get information. Not to try to tell you to do anything, but just to get information so that the choices you're making are based on options instead of fear. Because it's really hard when you're a victim and you're only responding.